It seemed no matter how much he succeeded, there was always some dark threat looming in the future. But they were going to have time for it. He would be ready. Although Tristian might have been the source of these problems, he was also the only reason they were able to be ready for it in the first place. So, Prometheus was thankful, and would make sure that he was ready. Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker with me, McGammar. We have a bit of time, so we're going to make use of it. I could go off and do the Tenebra steps right now, but I think it's really important that I do stuff for my kingdom. So, let's see what we can do. Let's see who's not busy that we can take care of stuff. Can we claim this? No, everybody's busy. Can we claim this? No, everybody's busy. Well, in that case, we're going to rank somebody up. I could rank up my counselor, which, seems fine. Or I could rank up my diplomat, which I think my diplomat's a much lower. Yeah, we should buff our relations. Let's go for that. Let's use the time. Okay, got that done. Did everybody else get done? Beautiful success for the Winged Menace. A wonderful triumph for the Truth of the Blade. More espionage points is always useful. Success on the Dead Man's Chest. We got a little bit of extra BP for that. Love that. Ah, good. The Hanvaki family curse is done. Border control is done. Extra relations. Love that. And we got that done. Little bit extra points. We'd love to have the points. And the ever-moving flower research is done as well. Which, I'm glad I got it done. So what else we got now? Black Ravine? I'll get you on this, because I might need the others on research. For this, only Jathal's good, so that's fine. Alina begs for an audience. Magister asks for an audience. Okay, that one makes sense. And Protector of the Weak. You know what? He can take 14 days off of doing research on curses to be able to do this job that only he can do. So let's get them working on their jobs, and I'll go into my throne room and take care of all those events going on. Who can I rank up? Counselor, Regent. I think I want to get the Treasurer up. I think that would be a good thing to get that up to 6 before everybody else gets even close to it. Anybody able to work on anything else? This just seems fine. Non-military upgrades. It doesn't cost anything, just do it. If it doesn't cost anything, just do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't think I liked any of the rest of those. I guess we could get something going on here. I think I need Keston in order to claim a region, though. No, I'm going to upgrade the other thing next. Keston will have 14 days. But these take 15 days. Maybe not yet, then. Maybe not yet. What else are we working on? 10 days. Alright, that'll be fine. This'll be fine. Let's go see what's needed in the throne room, though.
As a matter that demands your personal attention, Your Highness, the people of the capital have lodged a complaint against the inhabitants of the Mage's Quarter. Not only did unnatural sounds and strange lights disturb the peace, especially within the quarter itself, but also the ongoing experiments have simply become too dangerous. A young alchemist's experiments had led to an explosion so powerful that his neighbors up and down the street felt their window panes tremble. Later that day, an unidentified purple substance fell from the sky, all over the city. Our people complained that it made the capital reek of wet goblin hide.
He raises an eyebrow in a concerned way.
I have no doubt that some of these yet reports might be exaggerated. However, I also have no doubt that, on the whole, the concerns of our citizens are well-founded. Magical experiments have no place in a densely populated city. Thus I suggest that performing magical experiments inside the city walls should be outlawed.
Yeah, practicing magic is fine. Doing experiments that might rend the world in twain, yeah, maybe not in the city walls. From now on, there will be no more magical experiments within the city walls. It's far too dangerous. The storyteller nods.
I shall speak with the inhabitants of the Mage's Quarter.
Yeah, it's fine to practice magic here. It's not fine to invent new magic here. Yeah, just go outside.
Prometheus, we've arrested a strange man. He was making a map of our rivers and bays. Upon his capture, he shouted that he serves the Black Marquis, and was sent to create a map of the local trade routes. But pirates are full of guile, and this map might not be used for trade, but for raid. If we are going to do with him, being that he's admittedly serving another king, the most important thing now is to appear strong and influential. If we demonstrate our military power, the pirates will be afraid to face us. Even better, we could show them how rich is. Whether or not the story about the trade routes is tale, we can let the Black Marquis wonder if he did better off if you were our friend.
I wish to know more about the Black Marquis and his protectorate.
Once a Tellish pirate named Morgan the White visited his village in the Dreadbridge to rest and replenish his supplies. He settled there and in time decided to build a whole pirate nation there. Those joined him and began to collect their duties from foreign ships, but they never touched the ships of the river kingdoms. Thus he gained the support and respect of his neighbors. That's how the protectorate was created.
Okay, alright, he's reasonable then. A reasonable pirate. Show him we're rich. And we'll conclude that we're better off as our friends.
Great! Why don't you show off our riches and convince the pirates to trade with us and not fight? I can't wait for the opportunity to chat with their captains who bring us their goods.
Yeah, that'd be full of great stories for you. I have a feeling that's going to come back to bite me in the rear, but you know what? Let's make friends with our neighbors. Alina's face is pale, and her red hair is a mess.
It's awful, your grace. Ekun is missing, and Natavi too.
What do you mean by missing?
He was happy for a while after our feast. Things were going well, but then he started feeling down and restless. His thoughts may have turned to his family again, and then Natavi kept turning up. Once more he talked to Navi, the worse he got. She was whispering something in his ear, and it kept ordering more and more wine. And last night I left in the inn, and armed to the teeth. I tried to stop them, but I couldn't. And they haven't been back since.
Where do you think they might have gone?
If only we knew for sure, your grace. There's one spot, though, the bridge near the Gudrun River. Travellers have gone missing there. They say it might be the work of giants. Natavi was close when some woodcutter told me about it. I'm thinking maybe this woman dragged Ekun there.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. You did your duty by warning me, and I'm grateful. I'll set off to find them immediately.
Praise the Rastal. Thank you, your grace.
Alright, this sounds like a problem. Pretty big problem. But first, we have to deal with our artisans. This is not the first time that I've read any of these. Scroll of Angelic Aspect, probably one of the worst things I can get. But it's a scroll, it's free stuff, I can't complain. And you are giving me things. Thank you. Wait, you're coming twice?
Oh, most worthy one. I spend day and night listening to the stories of guests by the workshop we bring to share. I decided to sort these stories and put them in 2 baskets, one for stories from local peasants and hunters, and another for stories of travellers from faraway lands. Surprised I was to see that the first basket stays empty all the time, while the other is almost full. While I was thinking about it, I took a walk in the forest, and I meant to jump over the forest stream, but being as how my mind was all distracted by my great basket mystery, I accidentally jumped too high, and into the upper branches of a tall oak. And there they were, the stories I had been stolen from the first basket, all hidden in a magpie nest. Sitting on the oak branches, I asked the magpies why they stole from the basket of local stories and never touched the other. And the magpies told me that they love everything that's shiny and bright. And what could be shinier and brighter than your fellow neighbors discussing how they went to the stream to wash their clothes, or repaired their fence 3 years ago? Surely not the dusty stories of weary travelers. Ask yourself, O worthy one, why I told you this story. And this is your answer. I have reforged the story into the gift which I present to you now.
The Life Stopper. Alright, thank you. Ah, she's most unusual. Alright, so first thing, we gotta find Ekun. And he sounds like he's gonna be at the Bridge of Golden River. Let's take a look at our weapons that we just got, though. Newest to oldest. Life Stopper. It's an S-Stock. Literally no one can use this. Actually, no one. So, that's a shame. But wait, if Ekun's missing, does that mean I don't have a minister right now? Yeah, we got all that done. And... No, he's still here. He's still here. This is fine. Sure. I guess he's still doing his job while he's not doing his job. Well, I'll take it. Yeah, let's see. What am I going to be doing? I think I'm going to be trying to claim the regions next. Darren Allmarshes I can do with the Storyteller. Storyteller's going to get working. And Glenavin is... those two. Busy! Okay, so let's get the Storyteller working. I could work on Deface Sisters. Okay, which one of these is feasible? Vortikai. 75 days versus 45 days. This is very expensive. You know what? We're going to buy the BP. Just pour 100 in. Yeah, this will work. Get busy. Make it work. We can get more things done. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Arcane protection from compulsions. This sounds really good. You know? I lose 2 BP. I lose 2 BP. It's fine. No, I lost like 30 BP. Ugh. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. I could just pour the money back in. Alright, let's have you work on this first. That sounds really good, actually. So let's get that done. Okay. Now that people are working...
All according to plan.
Now that people are working, let's get out there and find Ekun. Not gonna take any of that stuff. Yep, sure enough, I can't take Ekun to go find Ekun. So let's, put away Knock Knock. I could take Valerie. Who do I want to bring with me, actually? Let's bring Octavia. Let's bring Octavia instead of Khaneera. I feel like I always use Khaneera. Khaneera's really strong, but let's bring a little bit of different party members. And if I say the name wrong, I'm sorry. They are the... Yeah. Okay, it was Khaneera. Khaneera's red eyes, Kalika's blue eyes. You would think after several dozen episodes of having them in the party, I would remember. I can't. I just can't. I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry. Alright. So let's teleport over to the Common Lands. We're here. I'm really happy with where I have my villages. I'd probably make like 1 or 2 little adjustments to where they are, but ultimately I'm pretty happy with everything being so close to the capital. I enjoy using almost no time to get all these side quests done. Well, it feels like no time anyway. Okay, let's rearrange the party. You all the way up front. And you guys in the back like so. This is fine. Is anybody tired? No? That's great. Should I buff? I think I should.
What's the holdup?
Can you get everybody with a good old-fashioned haste? And while that's going on, you guys buff yourself with your shields. Okay. We're moving.
In due time.
Okay, yep, we're going.
You cannot stand against
We found
me.
Ekun pretty quickly. No surprise round because they're already all in the midst of combat. We buff everybody's chance to hit. And I don't think I can hit 2 of them. That's fine. Just start blasting.
This should do it.
There are many. Looks like Natavi is one of the melee types of ranger. Can you charge? No. But you can just walk in and hit.
Let us strike as one.
Guess you went quickly. Can you walk in and hit? Hit hard. Yeah, Ekun's just really good at fighting giants. How about that? I don't feel like using a spell. Splash it. And you can't get into melee. That's a shame. You can hit it off a little. Maybe you can finish it with... You know what? Let's use the lightning breath. Versatile and flexible. Good stuff.
Time for fun.
Oh, no conversation, just another fight. Alright, fair enough. Can't charge. Can get around to a flanking position, though. You can't charge. Just demoralize it, then. You can charge. Let's wait until after Ragongar, though. I'll just shoot it.
Calculated risk.
And you might be able to destroy it right now. Let's give it a good old Scorching Ray. Okay, it wasn't flat-footed, so no sneak attacks on it. That's fine. And you would not be able to charge in. Alright, so go around to the back. Charge in. Alright, Jaethal gets a turn. Easy for us. Looks like all the loot is ours. But we'll deal with that later. Ekun is so tired that he looks barely able to speak. Prometheus. Natavi greets you with a nod. I am glad you decided to join us, your highness. Ragongar grins from ear to ear. Well, we can't leave all the fun to you two. And here's Alina. Why are you here?
Oh, gods. So much blood. What happened here? Ekun, I was so worried.
Where have you been all this time? Hunting. Killing. Killed the first 2. The others ran away. But we drove them here again. We can't waste time. The giants could escape again. We need to finish what we started. Lena, how'd you get here? Owena wrings her hands.
I followed you, your highness. I couldn't wait any longer. I almost decided to come by myself, but then I saw you walking out the city gates.
Valerie sizes Lena up for the first time that she's ever taken a good look at her. You brought yourself to leave the city for him. Then she turns around and examines Ekun with the same fascinated look.
Ekun, in the name of Erastil, stop! I can't imagine how bitter you must feel now, but you can't wash away your grief with blood. You have to say farewell to your family, honor their memory, and let the gods have mercy on their souls. Only then will you be able to start a new life.
She gulps nervously and looks at everyone present.
Please, let's all go home.
Octavia bites her lips.
I understand what moves you, Ekun. Callistria is my witness. I'd hunt the technically for my entire life. But that's not really life, is it? It's a curse.
Why did you leave?
To pay for blood with blood. The ghosts of murdered innocents scream for justice. Fate itself is destined, Ekun, to be an avenger. What? What are you saying? I know it was you who poured poison into Ekun's ears.
Natavi's eyes flare with malicious fire.
What can a city wench know of lives like ours? Natavi's right. For each drop of your blood they shed, you gotta make them 3 times of their own blood on the ground.
The words of a true savage, no less.
But Kargat is dead. Isn't that revenge enough, Ekun? Ekun furrows his forehead. The wrinkles between his brows grow deeper and deeper.
I don't know.
Don't let revenge drive you mad, Ekun. Killing these giants won't bring back your family, nor bring peace to your soul. Stop and let us honor the memory of your family as we should. But another day. Ekun stares in your face for a long while, and then his head dips, defeated.
I give death to monsters, and they steal my life, day by day, week by week. It's time to put an end to this. To bury my family.
Cold fury can be heard in Natavi's voice.
Well, everything is clear. In this case, I got nothing more to lose here. Farewell.
Ekun is silent for a few moments, as if gathering his strength. Finally, he nods and looks up at you.
It is decided. I know what to do. Come where we first met. It is an important place. Good for farewells.
Is that why you were there in the first place, bleeding out? Get ready to say farewell? I really hope it doesn't go in that direction. Pick up all the stuff from the ground. It's not very valuable. It's hill giant loot. What you gonna do? And I think we're gonna beat them there, maybe. So we have to go where we first met. I believe that was a ruined watchtower. Which is a little bit further away from any of my teleportation points, but what can I do? What can I do but do what I do? So let's warp over to the... I'm pretty sure it's this one? Yeah, this is the closest I can get. Eh, that's pretty good. I'll deal with the kingdom management when I get back to the kingdom. I probably should have taken a Miri. I haven't been able to make good use of that, cape yet. Maybe I'll take a Miri to the depths. Okay, so... good to see that they have a snow version of this map. Looks like I left some piles here as well. I'll be sure to pick it up on the way out.
In due time.
Ekun nods at you. His face is softer, at the same time, more resolute than usual. Octavia looks at Ekun, biting her lip.
My condolences.
Jaethal looks around silently, her eyes avoiding Ekun. The ranger's dark eyes direct your way. You've come. Thank you. How could I not? Nodding gratefully, Ekun steps aside. Well, as a father and a husband, I did everything in my power and failed to protect you. I can't fix this, but I can keep others from suffering a loss. Someday, my hands will fail to draw my bow, and we'll be together again. Until then, my place is here. Rest in peace. I imagine their bodies aren't there, but it's symbolic to burn the wood because he's a carpenter, I'm sure. And of course she has to show up to crash the party, because of course. At least my party takes its arrangement properly. Natavi grins ominously, reflecting the fire dancing in her eyes.
Here I am. Did you miss me?
Why are you here?
After hunting, Alina dared to raise my voice at me. And insulting a Calistria priestess is a sin that only be washed away with blood.
Natavi's voice rings through the woods.
Out of my way!
Ekun's eyes narrow. No.
I knew you'd say that. And you showed such promise. What is this world coming to when the sacred flame of vengeance can't be lit, even in a warrior who lost his family? Milk runs through your veins, not blood. I was wrong about you. Well, I promised you the goddess, and she will get you, but as a sacrifice, not a weapon of vengeance.
Harem lets out a dark chuckle.
What could your gaudy goddess know of sacrifice? We're all doomed to be sacrificed upon the altar of Grotus. But it seems you will have to wait for your time in the boneyard.
Lay down your weapons, Natavi. That is an order. Natavi spits at your feet.
Come and get it!
Okay, there are many enemies, coming from many different directions. All the way, all the time, all at once. So let's simply, how about a haste? And how about I don't be the one in front? Here they come! Oh, they're coming right at me! Looks like Alina's moving to hide. But there's so many of them. Let's see. You're in melee.
Do not falter.
And now you're not. And you're in melee.
Wretched things.
And now you're not. Still one more. Many more on their way, though.
Your strength wasted.
Very nice. Well done, Ekun. You definitely got one of them. We'll take care of... You know what? Yeah, go for Natavi. You know what? You get a shocking grasp.
See what your entrails look like.
Alright, looks like we're in a situation where there's only 3 enemies left. These guys are kind of weak, actually. I don't think I really need to use any more spells on them. Let's just throw an acid
This is
splash.
for you.
Yeah, Akbo's here too. Yeah, Herm can give it a bash. He's not bad at it. Let's see how I do.
This will hurt.
Got a crit. Looks like I can hit some things with a bow.
Onwards.
And you have to move into melee as well. How about a Vital Strike? Good hit. And then Ekun will finish it off. Or not.
I'll cut you.
Alright, now we have many people flanking. How about...
Fight if I have to.
I missed. I rolled a 1! Happens sometimes. It's okay. Akbo's here. Let's pick up all the stuff from the ground. I think there was one more body over here. Okay.
Share your will.
Seems I cannot talk to Alina. I didn't know that Natavi became a priestess. She changed a lot. Ekun frowns and wipes his brow. Thanks for the help. I hope she didn't ruin the day for you. This wasn't needed. But we couldn't stop her. He winces. Come talk to me in a few days. I need to speak to you. Okay.
All according to plan.
Overall, that went about as well as it could. It would be nice if we were able to talk her down, but she was filled with a bit of religious zeal. Let's collect all that heavy armor. And let's make our way back to the capital. Just a little bit more walking. Can't really call this exploring because we're not really going anywhere new, but we are seeing new things. Take me back to the Shrike Hills. And let's go to the main square. Pretty sure Ekun hangs out here and not in the throne room. Besides, I need to sell all that armor and such. It would be nice if the game loaded a little bit faster, but I think I know why it takes me so long to load the capital, and the answer is going to be visible as soon as it loads. Yeah, you see, the guard is constantly glitching on this little bit of wood here, and that person stopped to bow at me, but the second I move a little bit away from them, they I think this might be a source of a good amount of my lag, of the game just, like, having a constant code loop go. So honestly, if ever there were a hotfix to this game that fixed these, maybe that would help a little. Maybe that would help a little. Anyway, let's go talk to Ekun. Ekun greets you with a nod. I wanted to thank you. I understand, Ekun. You're welcome. He sighs, relieved. I'm glad I met you, and I can be here. Here I am of use. Alina is also glad that I made up my mind. Gave me armor, so that I'd be more careful. I didn't expect it, but the armor is welcome. He decided Ekun should conduct a ritual to say farewell to his dead family and find peace. Oh. Have you settled your plans for the future? I want to stay here. Protecting people is my destiny. I accept that now. The river of life carried me for a long time, powerless and still. Now, I know how to swim. That's great. I'm glad he can finally swim.
In due time.
Now, what was this armor that we just got? Wayfarer's Comfort. +5 leather armor allows the wearer to cast Divine Favor 3 times a day. So that's good. That's good. And Ekun's dexterity is... Huh, for some reason unequipped his bow. Weird. Well, let's put that back on. Unfortunately, I'm having him use the Assassin's Chain shirt. And although I think he would have slightly more armor if I gave him the Wayfarer's Comfort, I really like him having the +4 bonus to confirm critical attack rolls. I also don't have him using a dex item right now. Which... that is affecting his accuracy. I probably do need to give him a dex item. I'll worry about that later. I'll probably get him a really nice belt in just a bit. But I wanted him to have extra strength because he's using a composite bow and that adds to damage. Damage over accuracy. That's a choice I'm making here. But another person I could probably have use that is... like, this helps you with blind, but what about... What about we give you this? Honestly, yeah, that's good. And then for you, you're wearing the ghost leather. I think that's what I gave you right now. Yeah, you two can wear the fancy leather armors. That's fine. That's great for you. Alright, let's get rid of all that junk we looted. So, let's see. Price descending. Yeah, we can get rid of all this nonsense. Honestly, I probably don't need the Heart of Valor anymore either. It was good, but, like, it's not what I need. I'll keep Trial of the Wind. I'll probably put that inside of a chest or something. Alright, let's get rid of all these. Wait, what do we got here? Some kukris. Okay, so that's what she was using. Kukri. You know what? Kukri Ranger isn't that bad. I think they're pretty good. I probably should get rid of some of these other weapons. I'm probably never going to use this. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Offer away all the junk. Okay. Actually, I should probably get rid of some of this stuff, too. Yeah, I'm never going to need ale. Never going to need ale. Never going to need cider. Never going to need mead. Game keeps it because I think a quest uses it, but, like, we're good. We're good. And it's like a pittance of money, but, like, it's fine. It's fine. Alright. Now that that's all settled,
That is not far.
let's go back to the throne room and see what's changed. It seemed like something was happening. If nothing else, I'm glad I got a companion quest done. Alright. Ekun's still here. That's good. We still have the support projects. Ah, yes, that's what was pinging me about. It still wants me to support. So, no things going on there. I'm probably going to be claiming a region soon, but I really want to rank up Jubilost. So, is there anything that takes 14 days? Okay, Ekun can do one of these. Look at this. Just take a look out there. Go at it. Have fun. I don't think there's anything else I can do that, yeah, the other scouting thing is 15 days, and I want to claim a region afterwards, which will be longer. But first, I want to rank up Jubilost. So let's do that. Let's quick save before I do that, in case something terrible, terrible happens. You gotta have insurances for this kind of thing. Okay. Got economy up. The game's still saving, so it's thinking. Okay, Protector of the Weak was good. We got that done. Okay, the game's trying. Trust me, the game is trying. It's doing its best. Oh no, the game is maybe crashing. Perhaps I should let the game finish quick saving before I go ahead and do some other tasks like this. Yeah, that's on me. Good job, Bolt, you broke the game. Once again. On the plus side, I should, at the bare minimum, have an autosave of entering the capital. Because that's also a feature that I turn on, because, some games are less stable than others. I'm gonna pause the game, one moment. Well, good news, the quick save took. Bad news, that took about, 7 minutes for the game to resolve. But it is what it is. Okay, so that's good. Protector of the Weak is good. Excellent. Good points there. Military Outrage. Fantastic results there. Dwarven Knowledge is done. Excellent. Okay, so Ragongar is no longer busy. Jubilost probably wants to talk to me in the throne room. What more do we got here? Linzi's friends. Linzi's waiting for a personal audience. Sure. Winged Menace. Castanute. He can wait. That can wait. Whale Hunt. Odds are pretty good on this one. Yeah, go ahead, Linzi. And the treasure wants my attention. Alright, cool. Cool. We'll work on that in just a bit. And then we can have Keston go ahead and claim this region. We're going to talk to Linzi and her friends first, though. And while I think about it, do we go... Yeah, Ragongar can go do some scouting. And... You know, I probably should just get this done. It's been there for a while. I'd like to have it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and get that done. Okay, so let's go see what Linzi and Jubilos want.
Prometheus, the movement of goods through our lands continues to grow. It's time we exercise your right to charge fees and taxes on merchants who enter your borders. In the past, Bravoy has exercised this right, but now it's in your hands. You only have to decide what to levy taxes on. I recommend that you steer to the middle course. Do not oppress the merchants too greatly. Do not believe in their complaints and their claims of poverty either. You should place a tax on goods for the rich and on craft materials for artisans. They both have enough income to survive these taxes without going bankrupt. Certainly you're free to dismiss my advice, after all. That's what the word of a famous traveler who's ever seen so many countries and watched how they prosper.
Alright. So let's see. We get to choose our taxes and tariffs. Oh boy. Yeah, this feels awful to do, but it's a video game and it's not real. So... I have to keep that in mind as I choose what my taxes are. Let's see. So, I can say, chaotic idea, there will be no taxes. I honor the river freedoms. No, that's actually a really bad idea. That will cripple my income, and then I'll literally have to pour all my gold forever into the kingdom. I could do everything. Every single item to the last apple will be taxed. I feel like that's also going to be a bad idea, because then my, everybody in the kingdom will be super unhappy, and my kingdom will die to unrest. This is a game ender. This, like, you don't want super taxes, and you don't want no taxes. So, do I just tax the rich? Like, obviously we need to tax the merchants. Obviously, like, that's just the way it works. There has to be an import tax. Do we tax the artisans too? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do second highest taxes. At least this won't affect the commoners. I hope. Yeah, this won't affect food. This won't affect food, and this won't affect, like, common building materials. Only, like, artisan, craftsman building materials. Jubilos nods approvingly. I can see you like reasonable solutions, and do not stray to the extremes. This is commendable. Yeah, people aren't really happy about that. Understandably so, it's taxes. Remember what Bakken said, that's basically banditry, but, like, the kingdom needs money to function. A young man runs into the throne room. His clothes, formerly stylish and sophisticated, are torn and muddy.
Your Grace, praise Sheldon I made it alive. I beg you, please help us.
Alrondi? What in the hells are you doing here?
Linzi blurts out angrily.
Oh, Linzi, I'm so glad to see you. Forgive me, Your Grace, but I lack the decorum. My name is Alondi. I attended the Pataxian Academy of the Grand Arts with Linzi. Our teacher, Eobald the Insightful, has been forced to flee the wrath of King Iraveti along with a group of his students. We almost made it to the capital, but we were caught. Only I managed to escape to find help.
Linzi opens her mouth, about to say something harsh, but she realizes the gravity of Alondi's words and interrupts herself.
You... what do you mean? Professor Eobald is in trouble? Prometheus, we have to help!
Who's Eobald the Insightful?
He's a prominent researcher, a gatherer of myths and legends, author of many essays on history and literary theory, and any cultured ruler would be glad to welcome such a beacon of learning.
Professor Eobald was one of the wisest people in the whole academy, maybe in all the river kingdoms. I knew the king would kick him out sooner or later.
Like I told you, Iravetti isn't interested in sages and scientists. He just wants bootlickers and toadies.
Why did you run from Iravetti?
King Iravetti is a jealous ruler. It doesn't intend to hand out the title of region's cultural capital over to anyone. He may have thrown out your teacher at the academy, but he would rather see Earbold dead than working for any of Patax's neighbors. And if the refugees return to Patax, they won't be spared the chopping block.
Why didn't you send word in advance?
Iravetti has spies everywhere. If our teacher had tried to contact you, we wouldn't have made it out of Patax at all.
Why come to my lands?
One of the Academy's most talented students already found shelter here after fleeing your tyrant's wrath.
He bows politely to Linzi.
Your books are quite popular in Patax. They're a living reminder of the culture yet blooms beyond Iravetti's reach. We had hoped, Your Grace, that you would be taking us under your protection as well.
Linzi winces, but says nothing. Is something wrong, Linzi?
No, yes. Not important right now. We need to save Professor Eobald as soon as possible.
Where will we find Eobald and his students?
Iravetti's thugs caught up with us near a giant tree, a sycamore, I think. If you go immediately, you should have time to intercept them.
Fine. We'll help your teacher.
Thanks, Your Grace. You won't regret it. I'll hurry back to the tree. I can't believe Iravetti actually kicked out Professor Eobald. Well, it's his loss. I'll save him. Just don't go without me. I miss my old teacher terribly.
Okay, another companion quest. Nazriel bows ceremoniously. Alright, we've gotten this before. I want something from you.
I'm all ears.
As most elves are. Decide for yourself how you might surprise me.
I'm doing my best to serve you.
Ah, it's the other one. His face drawn and haggard, Kimo bows to you.
Forgive me for not coming up for so long, and please accept my humble gift, my final gift to you. She has rejected me. She will not listen to my pleas. My work has no sense anymore, just as my life. I shall bid you farewell and leave these lands forever.
What? No! Do not despair. I'm glad to see you back. We'll think of something, I promise. But for now, you must go rest. He shrugs.
As you wish.
So he got rejected by a girl. We'll just have to... Like, we'll help him out. But I think there's also a thing with Kimo. Yeah, okay. He didn't actually give me his gift. I had to leave and come back to get the gift. Okay, so we got the gift. Thank you for... and you can continue your work.
You're welcome.
Alright. We're technically handling the events. They're not done yet. So we have to go help out Kimo, and we have to go help out Linzi. We can do that. Okay, so... Alright, our BP per week has gone up significantly. We now get income from regions. In addition to our stats. So, we lost the Brevoisum City. We lost the taxes, but that treasure rank 6 gave me back most of the money from that because I took the second highest thing. And that'll only get bigger. That'll only get bigger. So it feels bad that I'm taxing the kingdom, but it's a kingdom. It's a kingdom. I need to... And that also doesn't have to be the taxes forever. I can lower them eventually. Probably not within the scope of the game, but like they can be lowered. Okay, so we have to take Linzi.
All according.
We have to take Linzi. So that means... Yeah, we'll kick out you two. We'll take you, and we'll take you. This is fine. This is fine. I think my companions are technically resting when I'm doing that, as long as they're not initially fatigued before I begin doing it. We'll have time to find out, I suppose. Alright, let's see. So the tree is up that way. And I think I need to talk to Kimo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to talk to Kimo. Yeah, not sure where else I would be going. Yeah, okay. So first we'll go to the tree. I'll check the quest description real quick to see if it says I should talk to Kimo about it more. Once this loads. Ah yes, enemies are sometimes immune to things. Try various things. Don't over-specialize. Unless you specialize in Sonic, then it works just fine. No, even Sonic has a couple of things that are immune to it, just not very many. Let's see. I think this is Affairs of the Heart. We should console the poor fellow. Yeah, it wants me to talk to Kimo.
In due time.
Let's move Amiri over here. Where are we going? Not really sure. But I guess we're just going to explore the map until we find something new. Oh. That looks new. Well-fed, ferocious centipede. Oh.
That is not far.
Okay, well, that explains how they're having problems. It seems like it's a might issue. Aish the Free Shepherd. A group of young boys and girls play their lutes to a horde of centipedes surrounding them, swaying their horns and hissing in tune. A fat mite stands nearby, listening to a strange concert with a blissful smile. Music! Fine. Play, play! Have mercy on them. Look at their fingers, they're bleeding. An old gray-haired man begs the mite from among the musicians. Who can't play can't be food, sweet presidents. Sweet pedicents. Don't want be food? Keep play. Oh, so that's the situation then. They're literally playing for their lives, but they're suffering. Professor Abel, I assume?
Your Highness? Linzi, pray, Sheldon, I beg you save us from this music connoisseur.
Whose bodies are these?
Why no? Some bandit. First chase musicians with knives, then go after pedicents. Shall we not refuse free food? Right, sweeties? Right.
Okay. Well, at least you're strong. Hey, Mike, who are you?
I, Ace Free Shepherd. Walk around shepherd herd. Best pedicents are all wood. Ask anyone.
Everyone is proud of what they have. A king, his crown, a merchant, their gold, a mite, their insects. Even a dirty kobold in the gutter takes pride in the dead rat he holds in his hands. And truly, is there any essential difference between them?
Thanks for your contribution, Harem. Do you know Queen Bada?
Don't know no queen. Ace bow no kings. Walk where want is so.
What are you doing to these musicians?
Listen to music. Good music. I good, and pedicents good before meal.
I don't understand why you're talking to all these forest creeps so much. Let's just finish this stinking wretch and get her insects and get out of here.
Alright, well now we have a medley of choices. The hardest one being the bluff. Aren't you aware that centipedes get indigestion from music? Diarrhea from bards, too.
No, off. Back, sweeties. No listening to no goods. Go.
The mite leads the centipedes away, tenderly patting them on their backs as they go. Well, goodbye, centipedes.
Look who's here. Linzi. And is this His Highness? Praise be the good gods. You made it just in time. A bit longer and we'd have been done for. I must say, your books have been very successful, and starting your own publishing house with printing a book banned by your very personal order? Well, that was a bold move. I'm so proud of you.
Teacher, I'm so glad to see you. I can't believe that talentless hack Iravetti kicked you out of the academy. I wish everyone could see what a philanthropist and patron of the arts he really is. His tricks would make up a whole book.
You know, Linzi, that's not a bad idea. I know many details of just how much harm the king's brought upon his own academy. If you find yourself with time between adventures, I would be happy to sit down and write such a book with you. All the more so now that you know how you have your own printing house to print it.
Seriously? You want to work on a book with me? Of course, I'll find the time. Let's just off to the capital as soon as possible. I can't wait to get started. Hell, King. Now, we all... He stops when he sees Linzi's piercing glare. Is something wrong? You don't even remember, do you? Of course you don't. But I'll never forget. You and your friends poisoned the years I spent at the academy. Hiding my things, tearing my books, spilling ink on me, dunking me in the fountain. And now you have the nerve to come here? Maybe you want a job at the publishing house, too.
Now, Professor Abel, this is true.
Of course, I would never dare to accuse our dear Linzi of lying, but I know nothing of these accusations. Alondi has always put his best foot forward with me. He's a wonderful poet and musician, and he's always been polite. If not for him risking his life to get us to the capital, we'd all be dead. Alondi, did you really treat a peer in this way? For shame! I thought better of you.
What do you have to say for yourself, Alondi?
What is there to say? We were students. Sometimes we made jokes, pulled pranks. Sometimes they were rude and stupid. I'm sorry, Linzi. I'm ashamed of my behavior. I never should have done those things to you. You can shove your apologies all the way... You hear tears in Linzi's voice.
Please, Linzi, we're at your mercy. Will you truly stoop to revenge? Is this what you took from my lessons?
What do you want to do with him, Linzi?
I don't know. I'm sorry, teacher, but I can't bear to look at him. Let him go wherever he wants. Restov, Mivon, or Absalom for all I care. I'll even give him the money to travel, just so I don't have to see his face.
Linzi,
Abel clasps his hands before him.
I understand that you're hurt, and I'm at fault too. If the other teachers and I had paid as much attention to the students' behavior as we did to their grades...
He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath.
I cannot change the past, but please find it in your heart to forgive Alondi. He's an exceptional poet. Allow him to atone for his behavior, and bring a little kindness and light to your kingdom.
Teacher, I don't know. She looks back at you. What should I do? Maybe I should forgive him? Let him write those brilliant verses of his? The scumbag?
We could ask her to forgive. We could let it be her decision. You know what? I'm going to let it be her decision.
Linzi glares at Alondi for a little while, then sighs and looks away. Fine, stay. You better write the best poetry in the world, got it? I'll be checking. I promise.
Thank you. I swear you won't regret it.
Let's get back to the capital. I can't wait to start working on that book, teacher. Well, we don't get to loot any bodies.
So that was
As it should
kind
be.
of small. No one extra to talk to, no one has anything extra, but that's fine. That's fine. It's a cute little quest. Alright, so let's go talk to Kimo. Let's see, Kimo's over here. Are people starting to get tired? No, not quite. I think that's, here? Yep. Really happy that we have these teleportation circles. Those things are so good. They almost feel essential with how much time is so important in this game, so I'm glad I rushed them.
In due time.
I don't need to take everybody, but I am. Hey, Kimo. Kimo gives you a dreary nod. Good day. Tell me about what went wrong between you two. You had a fight?
I don't know. Everything went so well after our first date. We spent every day together. We talked, we gathered flowers, we watched the clouds pass by. And then, one evening, she said goodbye. And hid herself inside a tree. She hasn't shown her face or said a word to me ever since. No matter how many times I've asked.
What do you mean she hid in her tree? Kimo heaves another heavy sigh.
She's a Dryad. Her body and spirit are tied to an oak. She takes care of it and protects it. I met her when she was inside the forest, trying to find a way into the settlement.
Show me on the map where I can find her.
But you can't help. Her heart knows no mercy. You cannot change her wooden mind.
I must go. I will fix this for you. It seems like Kimo can't handle his paramour without our help. We're finally going to meet this mysterious woman at the Fey Glade. Ah, okay. It didn't sound like he marked it for us, but I guess it was marked for us anyway. I'll take it. I don't think that area was too far away. Yeah, where's the fake light again? That's not it. That's not it. That's it. Yeah, we might actually get tired all the way back from this one.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Yeah, not yet. Actually, normally I have Prometheus deal with this, but you know what, Linzi, you can deal with it this time. I don't think I've adjusted Linzi's bars in a long time. I have not made use of Linzi, primarily because I have Prometheus in the party. If my main character wasn't a bard, I'd probably be using Linzi full time.
Adventures call to that.
But I am, and she is, so we do this. No longer tired. Back at full health. And you know what? You know what? Let's get this on the bar. Bane weapon? No, we'll do that later. Cut! Okay, so when Mary's in cat mode, she can still rage. She cannot use her Inquisitor ability. Can she use, yeah, she can still use the Inquisitor Bane weapon. Oh, that's beautiful. She just can't cast her spells. But that's okay, she can cast her spells as buffs. She still has access to Cleave. And she's a Smilodon. I wonder if she has Pounce. I wonder if she has Pounce inside this shape. Yeah, she has Pounce. Yeah, Amiri is finally at her full form. Let's talk to the Dryad. You recognize the Dryad that you saw some time ago with a drunken satyr. Her skin glistens like polished wood, and her head is crowned with a mane of grass and leaves. Here you are. I knew you'd come and try and change my mind. Kimo talks about you every day, you know. How'd you end up here? What do you mean, end up? I live here. I grew up in this forest together with my magnificent oak. If there's anyone who ended up here, it's you. Fair enough. Why have you rejected Kimo? The Dryad shrugs. Maybe I just grew tired of him? I don't even know. He's so two-dimensional. There's no intrigue to him. Everything he does is so predictable. All the flowers, all the compliments. I've had enough, thank you. Okay. Well, we could try to be a magnificent bard, or we can just be real. You know what, let's be real. Kimo is a talented craftsman, but even ever since you rejected him, he's lost all inspiration. His gift is going to waste. Please, let him see you and talk to you. At least in the name of art. Alternatively, I could go, O Fae, thou art too cruel with this woeful creature, so conquered by thine beauty. His heart is bleeding. He stands idly for all day, staring into loneliness. How can you ask his spirit not to sing, nor his knees to tremble at your fair image? Deliver your mercy, return to Kimi, for no one can ever love you as he. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. I'm just gonna be real. The Fae sighs and rolls her eyes. I am sick and tired of this. Why did fate pick me to be sacrificed to art? Oh well, you win. The artist can come back. It's not like I got anything better to do around here. Honestly, just talk to him.
Follow my lead.
Tell him you want to, like, see more you do things. Like, tell him. Communication. Honestly, he should have known better because, like, she's Fae. She wants new, fresh experiences often. But thinking about him now, okay, yeah, alright, I think I can see the problem. I sometimes wonder if there's even a single thought in that man's head. No thoughts in the head, only thoughts in the heart. He thinks with the heart. And you know what? There's something nice about that. I love it. I love it. Alright, let's get back over here. Everybody immediately gets tired again.
Nice, don't you think?
Just play the song again. You'll be fine for about a minute. Only about a minute.
More strength.
I wrote it like I
Yeah,
said.
you play that. I'll go up.
In due time.
Kimo smiles at you absent-mindedly. Good day. I've had a chat with your dryad. And the elf's fingers are twisting into a knot. Go to her. She's waiting for you.
It cannot be! Thank you, Prometheus!
And do you have new things to say immediately? No. Well, I'm glad everything is taken care of. Everything, like, all's well that ends well, right? Alright. And with that, I think I'm going back to my throne room, and I'll see you guys there next time. We really didn't travel that much, but we sure experienced some things these last 2 weeks in game. Actually, no, we spent about a month in game because it takes 14 days to do anything. That's right, not a week. Maybe one day we'll get things done in a week, but that day is not today. So I want to thank you all so much for watching and listening, and taking your time out of your day to spend some time with me enjoying a game that I enjoy playing. And maybe I'll see you more in the future. Later, Pathfinders.